morning. Obedient family, welcome to another exciting and jolly part of voting labor for inside Obedati Family TV. You know, say na here with the runner, and on top this program, we dey give you everything when it concern voting. How you go do pass on the day of election, what you go do, what you no go do, and how you go see everything that day. And you know, see me, I know they run the show alone. I am Jamie De Joy, and beside me is Ibeh Chuks.
Good morning, Joy. How was your night?
It was okay.
Of course, it's another edition of Voting Labour Party here on Obedati Family TV, like Joy said, where we'll get to discuss everything about the forthcoming election, which is in less than 4 days, if I'm correct.
Yeah.
It's going down this Saturday in all the polling units across the nation, and I think it is time, we call it decision time. It's time to decide where this country is going to go in the next 4 years.
Exactly. And you know what they do for this morning show, saying here we take to sensitize our voters on what to do, what not to do, how they go do, how they not go do, what they go see, what they not go see on that election day. Remember, I say on the day of election, I saw your ballot paper go be. Not look this side as usual, not go there, they go look for Anne that very day. This na example of your ballot paper. And that day of election, you not go see the face of Peter Obi. We no say yes, now you would they vote for, but you not go see his face for your ballot paper. You not go see the face of your running mate, Dati Baba Ahmed, on your ballot paper for that very day of election. What you go see on your ballot paper that day? Now the party logo written beside it, LP. And you know why would they tell you say LP? They say yes, the party logo name na Labour Party, but you no go see and spell correctly Labour Party on your ballot paper that day. How they go spell na LP in capital letter, just like this. The day of election, you go see the party logo on your ballot paper written beside it, LP. Another thing we would advise everybody now, the way you go print on your ballot paper that very day. We advise you say no print vertically, print horizontally, and print with your index finger, not your big thumb. Now we say the big thumb they bad if you print it and sharp, but you know say our hand big. Our big thumb they very big, and if you print with the big thumb, it go touch either the top of the box or the under of the box, or you go even exceed the space within inside the box. Let me with the beg you, may you use your index finger. The box is big here for the ballot paper. We don't know how you go look that day on the day of election. If you go small pass, so if you even want you to use your smallest finger, no wahala, use them that day, and you go vote. You go print on your ballot paper horizontally this way, and not vertically. May your printing not exceed the box with the inside the space within inside the box, or touch either the top of the box or the bottom or the two edge. If you touch and be saying an invalid vote. Another thing we would beg now, I beg this one they very important. When you don't print finish on your ballot paper, no fold them horizontally, fold them vertically. The reason why we say may you fold them vertically be say if you fold them horizontally, the print where you print for Labour Party, you go come enter another column, another boss, another party boss. You go come dey surprise say, I been a Labour Party I vote that there been another thing. Now Labour Party you vote, but you fold them wrongly. You not fold them where, fold them vertically, so that your print no go touch another boss. Now invalid vote if you touch another boss.
All right, thank you so much, Joy, for that. Of course, as always, very wonderful. Enlightening education or tutorial on how to go about the voting process on the day of election. Like we said, is less than 4 days from today. It's going down on Saturday. This very week, elections will be going across all the wards nationwide, and of course in all the polling units. And I'm sure you are ready by now. You must have decided those that are going to vote in to lead this country going forward. And we all know that the presidency is a very crucial part of this country, the #1 citizen of this country, and we all want to get it right this time around. And of course, we've seen the campaign of all the political parties and their candidates, and so far so good. And we've come to a conclusion that the candidacy of the Labour Party, Mr. Peter Obi, is the only eligible candidate. I saw him on my way to work this morning. I think he's currently in Anambra. Of course, his polling unit is here in the state, so he's ready to cast his vote, I guess, in this forthcoming election. So today we're going to talk more. We've discussed this topic, but want to throw more light at it. And the electoral processes, the electoral laws, and if you break them, like if you commit an offense with regards to that, the possible consequences that will come with that. So we're looking at electoral offenses and penalties.
Exactly. Like we tell you, say on this show now, here we they give you update concerning everything. What you go do, what you not go do, what you go see, what you not go see, how you go do and how you not go do And you know, say election is fast approaching. Yes, election, not they run, they come. This day where we they plan, we don't prepare for this day. We don't do everything concerning this particular day, and it they come February 25th. Now make we they tell you, we they prepare una ahead of that day. Everything we not supposed to know. And today, like my colleague talk, we go give now updates, offenses and penalty. You know, say one thing not to vote, another thing and not to make mistake on that day of election, so that we go ensure credible election. Yeah. But we go on a very short break now, and we'll come back. We will give now everything, every information when it concerns February 25th.
Hello, this is my message to the Nigerian youths. I am glad that we have this great opportunity to discuss about the future of this country, Nigeria. Nigeria belongs to all of us, but to the youths most especially. I am super proud of what the youths have done, the realization that indeed the power lies with the youth. Indeed, successive governments and leadership have failed the youths. They've dismissed their capacity, the creativity, innovation, and this is why we are where we were. I am here to speak to you that not only am I proud of you, the presidential candidate of the Labour Party, Peter Obi, is super proud of you. We are proud of the movement you're leading and all the sacrifices being made for a better Nigeria. I can tell you, Peter Obi means well for Nigerian youths. He will run a youth-inclusive government and purposeful leadership that will usher in a new dawn for generations to come. Job issues, unemployment, and indeed all the other hazards that we face as a younger generation, I believe will be a thing of the past, at least reduced significantly. I'm here to remind you that we are the last lap of this race, when we all need to come to the consciousness that the effort we're going to put in the next coming weeks can change our trajectory completely and positively. So I want to urge you, do what you can to keep on the fight until a better Nigeria is achieved. You need to make sure that you realize again that you're actually the one running for presidency, just using Peter Obi and Dati Baba Ahmed as symbol. We are coming for a better Nigeria. This is time to vote for Labour Party. The logo is Papa, Mama, Pikin, or LP. On that day, come out in mass, show your energy, show your creativity, do everything you need to do positively to make sure your votes count. That means wait until the end. I am thankful to God for what the Nigerian youths are doing. God bless you all. Thank you.
All right, welcome back. The show is still Voting LP, Voting Labour Party, and of course here, still on Obidati Family TV. My name is Ibeh Chuks, and I still have Joy.
Jamie Day.
All right, so like we promised, we'll be looking at electoral offenses and the possible consequences. So that you have yourself, you have that information beforehand going into this forthcoming election that will be happening this very Saturday. So you don't end up ending up where you don't want to end up. You know?
Exactly.
Yeah. So we're going to look at the first one, which I feel is the most severe of all the offenses, which is having access in any way to the ballot paper prior to the election. So if you see yourself in possession of the ballot paper, just know that you are very likely to pay a fine of 50 million naira or serve a jail term of 10 years in prison. Or if you're very lucky, you can get the votes.
Exactly. And another one we will go look now, for you not to act in a disorderly manner on the day of election. You know, say all of us, they provoke, they vex, we want votes, and we want vote right, I know, but in order to vote right, in order to vote well, in order to ensure peaceful, fair and peaceful election that day, when you reach your polling unit, not go there with fights, not go there with quarrel, not go there with hot temper, not go there with the mind of say anybody go collect. Before you reach there, calm your mind, relax your nerves, go there peacefully and do things peacefully. Exactly.
Yeah, of course, if you don't do that, you are very likely to get a fine of 500,000 naira, or you might end up spending 2 months in prison. And like I would say, if you're lucky, you might find yourself serving the boats, getting the fine, and also getting the jail term. So I'm sure that's not the kind of luck we all want, right?
No, not at all.
Yeah, so you have to act. It's very necessary that you act in a very orderly manner in your polling unit while trying to cast your vote. We all want to have a free, fair, credible, crime-free, violence-free election, this very election.
Exactly.
And we're going to look at the next one. The next one is being in possession of more than one PVC is a very serious crime. If you see yourself having more than one PVC, that means one is gotten by criminal means or one doesn't belong to you. It's a very, very severe electoral offense, and it has a penalty, definitely. And we're going to look at the next one, Joy.
The next one go look be saying now for you to go your polling unit on the day of election, instead of you to go to your cubicles directly, quietly cast your vote, you begin they converse for Peter Obi, they make noise, obedient people, obedient this, obedient that. You are advised to go straight to your cubicle, vote, cast your vote secretly, privately, and leave there on the day of election.
True. Then another offense is trying to vote in an election when you know that you are not registered, meaning you are not qualified to participate in this forthcoming election, either because you did not register or you lost your PVC. Any attempts, any desperate attempts you make to, to force yourself to participate in the voting process can earn you a fine of 500,000 naira or 12 months imprisonment. And of course, there's a possibility of you getting the two, just in case you are that lucky.
Exactly. Another one will look now for you to the canvas, like I talked before, the canvas for your candidate on that day of election, right in your polling station, is not advisable. When you reach your polling unit that day, we know see all of us will get our candidate, and most especially the obedient people will they vote our principal. We know, but when you reach your polling unit on the day of election, no be there you come begin the canvas for your candidate, say vote Peter Obi. Now me will they do them now, so that on the day of election, February 25th, everybody go do things properly.
Then another one is, no matter how pissed you are, maybe because of the slow movement or slow process of things, please don't vent your anger and try to destroy things, especially destroying electoral materials, because that comes with a very serious fine of 2 million naira, or you can get 2 years in prison. So destroying electoral materials is a very serious offense. And of course, from the charge here, the implication here, it tells you how very serious it is. You can earn yourself a fine of 2 million naira, or you might spend 2 years in prison, or even get the boot. So don't ever, no matter how angry you get, try to vandalize or destroy any electoral material.
Another thing we will be very mindful of now, what you go wear on the day of election. We know say yes, all of us now obedient people, we dey canvas for Peter Obi, we dey support Peter Obi. But that day of election, no wear your party uniform, your party clothes, or carry anything wey look like your party card. Go there that day, now offense, and you get penalty when you follow them.
And another offense actually is using vehicles to do a form of subtle campaign, where you use a vehicle to convey people to the polling unit that bears either the that is branded with any political party or candidates of any political party. That is considered an electoral offense and could attract a fine of 10,000 naira, 100,000 naira actually, or 6 months in prison. So please avoid going to the polling units with any branded, any politically or political party branded vehicle to avoid finding yourself in this very trouble and any 100,000 naira fine.
Exactly. And lastly, one will go look now. This one is the very important one. Not carry harmful weapon on that day of election. We advise you say, as you dey go your polling unit that very day, search your pocket. If needle dey your pocket, remove them. Anything where you get to do with weapon, needle, knife, anything, remove them. No carry unlawful weapon go your polling unit that day. We know say with the verse, but it will still make sense if we conduct this election peacefully. That's
very true. So please, we solicit with you, we plead you to make sure that you observe these regulations or laws, as you might call it, to avoid, because we don't want to have anybody or get the news of any person that violated any of these laws and ends up in problem, especially when you are obedient.
Exactly.
That is why we're here to to equip you with that information so that you will get it beforehand and avoid finding yourself in any problem. Election is on Saturday, and I think this is the last minute lap. We all getting ready. People are traveling. I'm seeing videos of people coming down from abroad, traveling very far from very far countries, coming into Nigeria to participate. And I think for the very first time, this is the first time you ask me, people are making such sacrifice,
Exactly.
booking plane tickets and leaving behind their schedules and their work to come down to their fatherland to exercise their franchise.
Exactly. And as we talked before, see the election is 4 days from now. This not be time we suppose they ask una say if una don ready. Of course, all of us already. Even people from far, everybody don dey choose the call. I wonder we dey here, wetin we no go do. So we dey trust una on that day of election, say una go deliver. Not be say just deliver, una go deliver well.
That's true. And of course, this is still Obidate Family TV. And don't forget, you can follow us on our social media platforms on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, TikTok as well. And if you want to be part of what we are doing in these remaining 4 days, and you want to air your opinion or speak your mind or make a contribution, you can be part of the show. Different shows we'll have on this very channel. Reach us on any of the platforms, of course, via our WhatsApp number. And Joy, I think this is where we'll call it a day.
Exactly.
Of course, we'll be here again tomorrow morning to talk more on the already here with us election and all you need to know with regards to this very election. I've been Ibeh Chuks.
Enjoy Jamie Day.
We'll see you tomorrow morning. Do have a great day.